you, Robin, very much. And this, for me, is a personal thrill to look out at this group of brilliant young people finishing their PhDs in a subject which is absolutely central to everything we're doing. I just joined LSE. Yesterday is my first day, so it's a long timer here now. On my second day as professor of practice, working in the new School of Sustainability, and also in the International Growth Center. And just a word about the Global School of Sustainability. Its goal is to draw upon the brilliant research from all around the London School of Economics to support that research, help finance some of that research, but then particularly important to think about how that research actually could lead to impact. And so research design, research implementation, research application. And so it's a really exciting time for us. I've just spent the last 4 years running the environmental philanthropy, $10 billion that Jeff Bezos put on the table to be allocated for climate and nature this decade. And we've used a small amount of that to support kind of research that you're doing, Robin, and the International Growth Center and other parts of LSE are doing, and some of the universities that you are representing. The topic we're about to talk about is unbelievably important. My current home is in Washington, D.C., and I tell you, if you live there, you know about environmental populism from the right. If populism is essentially a group that feels there is an elite that is corrupt, that has seized power, whilst the majority, the moral mass is being affected, then that is exactly what's happening in the United States right now. And you and I actually are perceived to be part of the elite in many instances. We're the ones that haven't thought enough about the impacts of what we're doing. And so this subject is incredibly relevant to the design of policies, whether it's President Macron in designing a fuel tax, not understanding that the Gilets jaunes from both sides of the political spectrum are going to get very upset about it. Or whether I just came back a couple of months ago from South Africa, where the South African government rightly said, we want to close some coal plants, move towards renewable. Well, what's wrong with that? Well, they did it. They closed this huge coal plant without thinking through actually what's the impact of that. As a result, not only those particular workers were furious, but the entire coal community, the Minister of Energy, absolutely. And you had this growing sort of dissatisfaction with the elite who had decided to close wonderful coal plants. And what they now decided to do is slow down the closing, which is right, invest massively in retraining, which we actually financed in my old job. And you go there now to that coal plant and you meet the people that 2 years ago were very, very angry, now actually feeling they've got a future because they've been retrained and they're actually going to be part of a much better South Africa. So there are huge applications of this. To get us going, we have a total leader in this space and other issues, Rahini Pandey, who's a Yale University head, among your many other jobs of the Yale Economic Growth Center, but also you're at Oxford this year. Yes. So if you would sort of frame the issue, we'd be very grateful. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.